Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. I'm going to go through a development here and what we're going through right now. I am lost for words still, as you can tell. I am a little bit tired today. I only got about maybe 4 hours sleep, so you can tell it by my eyes, and my voice. I do apologize for that. My allergies are acting up as well. So y'all bear with me. I have an update um, directly for me. We're doing it live. I did the last update pre-recorded. So here we go. Here is the update for today. Coming up this weekend on Sunday, we will be moving from where we're at right now to the north side of Galveston County. We know that the economy in that area is booming right now. The job creation itself is doing well. Um, the crime is low right now in that area. So I'm very familiar of that area, which we are moving to coming up this Sunday. Um, so here's another thing that we need to discuss. Transportation arrangements were made. There is a gentleman that will help us move the stuff that we want to keep. He has a enclosed trailer, so that is good news. We're not going to be losing a good part of our stuff, pretty much. We'll be losing some stuff, but not 100%. We'll probably at least have about 90%. Um, Still lost, but the 10% will still keep. And that's good news. Um, Again, it's going to be this Sunday. Is the move. I will possibly do a live stream um, when we do get there, when we get settled in. Um, I'm gracious enough to report that um, as well that our rent is taken care of as well for that month. Um, the Another thing I need to discuss is it's for so far only 1 month. Then we're going to discuss with the property owner herself, see if we can extend it to another month. It's a month by month issue. Um, we're not out of the woods just yet, but we're out of here, out off this property. Just get out of here kind of quick kind of deal. Just get away from all the pressure, all the stress, the worry, the anxiety, and other health issues that took place. We are right now mentally and physically strained out right now. Yesterday, my wife got to a point where she could not hardly breathe. She was taking deep breaths because of the amount of pressure and the stress that was placed on her via the property manager. My health was also affected mentally and physically. I'm not going to go in all of those details just because I need to keep that uh, right now to a quiet because there is still a lawsuit against this apartment complex. My children suffered a lot of emotional and physical distress due to the recent actions of the property manager. Oh, heck with it. Let me tell you what happened to me. And this will go on record. I have suffered mental and physical distress. You can tell by my voice, you can tell by my appearance. The physical aspect that it caused is now my left knee is popping without me attempting to pop it. That's not good. My hip is doing better, but it's still sore. My nerve damage from my waist down, it's more painful than it was last week. I'm starting to feel it in my hands, my arms right now, which is not a good thing. Um, I can barely walk, and that's how bad I am right now, with all the pressure and the stress that the property manager has placed on me. No tenant should go here and experience what we experience. No tenant should experience what we had to experience from day one. What she has done is created a very illegal hardship against our family for her personal gain. I will be happy to announce next week the current situation that we're going to have against the property manager and the owners of Country Terrace Apartments. Next week, we'll be filing a federal complaint against Country Terrace Apartments with HUD. This will be a full-fledged federal complaint with the result more than a county civil lawsuit. This will become a federal lawsuit against Country Terrace Apartments due to racial discrimination and other issues that we experience. The federal lawsuit is going to cost a lot of money, but at this time, we have no choice. A lot of people were injured emotionally, physically, and also mentally. Hardship was done against our kids for personal gain. You need to understand this federal lawsuit is not an easy decision, but I will be requesting that we get a jury for the federal lawsuit so she can get a federal indictment to the fullest extent of the law. We had enough of the games. We had enough of her self-pleasure. She has hurt a lot of people and continuing to hurt a lot of people. An hour after the eviction hearing, a lot of tenants around the property has received a notice from the racist property manager. We've seen those tenants lined up in front of the leasing office, and all those tenants were not happy. The property manager has a action of retaliating against anyone she wants to retaliate on for no real reason. She's done it for her personal gain to only move in who she only wants in, which is illegal by state and federal law. We have proved our side of the case more than once. We have court documents and evidence that supports our claims to the fullest extent. No tenant should experience what we did. That includes future tenants if that ever happens. This federal lawsuit is something that will be catching a lot of attention. The property manager wants attention, so she is going to get attention. It's the wrong attention that she's looking for. She's doing it in the wrong direction, and that is going to cost a lot of money and possibly a lot of time behind bars. Right now, I'm going to be offering a plea deal that's going to probably end up not in her favor. Right now, she is facing multiple counts of federal charges right now and possibly 10 years in state prison because of the illegal actions that she has done against our family. Our plea deal is real simple. and I hope their side takes it. I hope she agree with it. She's gonna have to if she don't want to spend those 10 years in state prison. Our plea deal is 8 years in state prison with an $8 million bond. Another thing in that plea deal, that for the rest of her life, when she gets out of state prison, she is not allowed to become a property manager or even a landlord in all 50 states in this nation. Then she will be facing 12 months of anger management and 12 months of work training, including 12 months to figure out what she did wrong against us in racial profiling. This is a serious thing, guys. She picked the wrong family to pick on. She did. She picked the wrong family. My wife might be mentally challenged a little bit because she's on Social Security, but we know our freedoms and our rights. We know the law. I studied law. I think I'm back. Something happened. Oh, there I am. I'm back. Sorry about that. Our Wi-Fi is acting up today. So coming up this Sunday, we'll be in the north part or the north side of Galveston County to start a brand new life. A gracious family has helped us through and helped us with housing, which is a good thing. This is a brand new thing for us, and we actually never lived by palm trees or a couple blocks from the ocean. This is the first for me. But at the same time, we are still going to do this federal lawsuit against Country Terrace Apartments and its owners. The owners will be required by law to go ahead and accept something that they do not want to accept. They have aided and abetted the unlawful actions of the racist property manager that manages Country Terrace Apartments. Aiding and abetting is a pretty serious charge. A very serious charge. It makes it look like you were still there, along with keeping her on staff while knowing that she's still breaking the law. It's a very serious charge, and they might lose their property over it. It's a nice property, but no tenant should have to go through what we did. And they would not fire the racist property manager at any cost. According to their attorney, it's all about the insurance money. It's not about doing the right thing. But the jury will see our side of the story and see our evidence, and they will rule according to what they see, hear from what we have to say. It's going to be a federal jury. The judge will not be able to make the final judgment without the jury. This is a very serious matter. Again, no person, no tenant should have to suffer like we did. She's claiming that we have the original lease is false. We will show that to the federal jury and federal court. Again, this is going to be a federal lawsuit after we file the federal complaint with HUD. We did not want to go this route. We don't like suing people, but this was too much. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I'm not doing it for money, not doing it for attention. I'm doing it for the right thing. I'm doing it for civil rights. We had enough. We had enough of the games. We had enough of the lying. We had enough of them destroying their evidence to make us look bad. At the end of the day, we have the real evidence that they are trying to get rid of because they do not want to take accountability for their actions. That is called corruption. At the end of the day, when we win the federal lawsuit, she will be having a federal indictment of multiple felony charges, and the owners of the property will spend some time behind bars and realize that they really screwed up by keeping her on staff to continue the illegal actions against the opposite race besides African American. I have nothing against African Americans. I love them. They're good people. They know how to cook and they know how to praise God. But the people like that racist property manager gives the other African Americans a bad taste. That is a fact. That is why it's hard to trust people, because people like that in the least in office that discriminate against white people for personal gain is the big problem in this nation. Martin Luther King himself, if he was still alive today, would come out again and saying white people, black people should come together as one. We all bleed the same color. We put on clothes the same way. But the thing is, some people just want attention in the bad way. Right now, I think Martin Luther King is rolling in his grave, pissed off because people like that in the least in office wants to play the race card for personal gain. I'm putting a stop to it in federal court. I had enough. Our civil rights were violated. They claim that their civil rights violated. I think it's the other way around, and it's wrong. Again, I have nothing against black people. I love them. You know, I consider y'all as family too. But the people like that down on the leasing office right now at Country Terrace Apartments is playing the race card so big and bright for her personal gain, so she can only have black people in this apartment complex that she wants. That is illegal. But again, what difference does it make? This county is a Democratic-led county. In the eviction court, there was no due process and fair trial. I have also filed an appeal, and the judge of the eviction court that I am aware of has recused himself from the appeal. I have instructed the court to send my appeal to the 14th District Appeals Court to start the appeal process to show that the racist property manager actually broke the law and committed perjury in court for personal gain reasons. Also, we will be filing a complaint against that one judge that oversaw the eviction. That is going to the state. If the state finds anything that he done wrong, including allowing perjury to happen, he will be removed from the bench and will not allow to continue to practice law in any state in this nation for any reason. You know what happened? You know between right and wrong. And right now, I had enough of it, so we're moving out. Coming up this Sunday, and we're going to North Galveston County. Again, no tenants should have to put up what we did. And right now, I highly suggest, and I'm not slandering this place, but if you want a place, do not come here right now, because you will be facing the same crap that we did. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth the pressure. But right now, it's not the good time to move here. They'll be undergoing a big federal lawsuit that's going to cost them a lot of money to attempt to fight the case. Again, we have a lot of evidence and witnesses against Country Terrace Apartments. And this time, they will not be able to fight this in court like they want to. Pretty much it is the end of the story for Country Terrace Apartments. Because what I say, I'm going to do. And right now, by the time I get off this YouTube, I'm going to finish my lunch, get stuff packed, and coming up on Monday, they're going to have a deal with HUD. We had enough. We are sick and tired of the games. All lives matter, not just one race. All jobs matter, even cops. But at the same time, I do not support any type of corruption. Corruption is not welcome in this county, this state, and this nation. We've seen plenty of it, and we're tired of it. If you support the corruption, there is no room for corruption in this nation. There is no room for it. There's too much of it already. I experienced corruption full force since I moved here, and also the eviction case. There is no room for corruption on cases like this. Zero room for corruption. But again, according to the racist property manager, only Black Lives Matter and other races are not welcomed. According to federal law, all lives matter equally, not just one race. What happened to the speech of Dr. Martin Luther King? Was it rewritten to better suit a certain race? Was it rewritten to rewrite history? Was it rewritten for personal gain? Or are you just simply confused because you don't understand the speech completely? Right now, Martin Luther King has to be rolling in his grave pissed off because he didn't want what happened to our family. The race car needs to be completely stripped down and destroyed. We had enough of it. We did. Stop the race car crap and get with the program. All lives matter, not just one race. All lives matter. Unless Congress meets in the next convention to come up with a law that says something different. Games are over. And so is the games at Country Terrace Apartments. Country Terrace Apartments, we will see you in federal court. Make sure you have a nice, expensive, very expensive, pricey attorney because you might need at least 3 federal attorneys right now. Right now, you know that you broke the law, but you do not want to take accountability for those actions. Your actions speak louder than words right now. And right now, you cannot even attempt to cover that crap up. You have tried to cover up your crap and evidence, but at the end of the day, I'm the only one that's standing with real, concrete evidence since day one. The party is over. The fun is over. The games are over. I ain't playing your game. We will just take you to court. It's not going to be county. It's not going to be state. But it's going to be federal. We'll see you in court, Country Terrace Apartments. Again, You need more than just one attorney now, since it's a federal court. You're going to be dealing with HUD starting on Monday, and the investigation will lead into a federal indictment against the racist property manager that is still on staff for LCJ Companies, which owns this property. The racist property manager does not own this property. She is not even the owner. She's only the property manager. She acts like she owns the property, but according to the website of LCJ Companies, there's two guys and only two guys that owns the property. She abuses her power and she thinks she's all that. But at the end of the day, she cannot admit when she's wrong because she just wants to take it out on somebody that she does not agree with. She doesn't like us for some weird reason, but honestly, we have attempted to work with her, spoke with her, and work out some civil issues, and she still will not take accountability for her actions. Those type of people gives the rest of the African American community a bad taste. Those type of people need to wake up, grow up, and see the fact that they are in the wrong, and it's time to straighten up their act. That's why Martin Luther King is probably rolling in his grave right now because of those type of people just wanting attention for self-pleasure because they just want to play the race card and only get people in their apartment complex which they only want to like. Country Terrace Apartments, I have one last thing I'm going to tell you. Then it's ball game. Federal court is the Super Bowl. Right now, do you have the extra money in case you lose in federal court? Probably not, because if not, you would have to sell this property because you want to keep the racist property manager on staff. I know you'll probably file for bankruptcy when it comes to federal court, but I will still prove you wrong anytime and any day due to my real evidence that I have protected off property now. Y'all have came in my apartment, opened up all my kitchen doors, but at the end you saw the evidence that I have. You have attempted to destroy our evidence, but you have destroyed the original evidence that you had on file when we originally signed the lease. We will get you on that, and we will prove it in federal court. You're going to go down for it, and you know it. And that's why your attorney has not been in contact with me, because he knows that he will not be able to win this one case. Look at me very closely and see how pissed off I am. I'm not in a good mood about it, but I have been nice about it. But at this time, you screwed the wrong family for the last time. Country Terrace Apartments, we will see you in federal court, not county, not state, but in federal court. And you will have a federal indictment on multiple felony charges because you wanted to keep a racist property manager on staff to continue the illegal actions against our family. It's prison time, and this time your attorney will not be able to fight this. Again, we are moving out this Sunday, and we will not be back at this apartment complex anytime soon. Good advice for the property owners. you might want to go ahead and go in bankruptcy because you're going to need it. The federal lawsuit is going to cost you a lot of money because you wanted to keep that one person on staff to continue to discriminate, retaliate, intimidate, and other illegal actions because of insurance money. Screw your insurance money and do the right thing. Like other apartment complexes, do the right thing. But at this time, I believe that one word fits this one apartment complex and the owners: corruption. Corruption. The only thing that's going to help solve this corruption is you openly admit in public that you
allow
a racist property manager to remain on staff and continue to do their illegal actions against not just our family but other tenants as well. We have evidence that you have attempted to destroy, but now you cannot even get your hands on our evidence. We have somebody else holding our evidence in safekeeping just because the amount of issues regarding a case against one person. I think I've spoken it very clear already in the court petition. But again, it's all about the insurance money, and that's called corruption. Corruption has no room in this case. It's not even welcomed in this case. But I will set you up straight in federal court right after HUD takes care of you. HUD will investigate this apartment complex to the fullest extent of the law based on my evidence. HUD might even shut you down because of the amount of evidence that shows, including the aid and abetting, something very serious. But again, it's all about the insurance money. Once the insurance company finds out what happens, the real story, there's no doubt about it, that insurance carrier will drop you as their client. Again, it's all about the money and not about doing the right thing. That, my friends, is called corruption to the fullest extent. We had enough. Your games are over. Now it's time for Super Bowl in federal court right after the investigation of HUD. Thank you for watching. May God bless you. May God bless this country, what we do have left of it, and may God bless this channel.